Go. Hello, everybody. Very happy to be here today, too. I'm here with Rachel from Australia.
Hello, everyone.
It's morning here in Italy. It's 11 o'clock, 11:30 more or less. And what about there in Australia, Rachel?
It is about 20 past 9 here, Australia time, Friday evening. So it's the weekend. Woohoo!
Yes, stuck in it. Even if I must say that as interpreter, really, I'm not looking as Monday and Friday anymore. That's a great gift. So we are here today to talk about you, something that we were really thinking about this week. We see so many coaches and entrepreneur and dealing with this factor, let's call it, that I heard it so open, people saying, oh, I tried everything and it's just not working. I stopped believing in it, you know? And whenever I hear this, I said, oh, okay, wait a minute, let's stop. And let's reframe and understand what's going on. And how does it sound for you as an health coach when people tell you that they try everything and they cannot lose weight or they cannot do this or they cannot do that, Rachel?
Well, it's funny that you should ask me that, Elena, because that is something that was my own a lot. Like my own health and my own weight issues was like, I'm trying everything and I don't understand why it's not working. Like healthier diet, like what is happening to me? And so like that sort of story played out. And I thought I was doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something different to happen, which is the condition of insanity. And I thought to myself, like, I'm going to kill myself, pushing myself this hard, because I thought if I just work a little bit harder, then I'll crack the code and it'll all just fall into place. And so I got to a point where I literally had nothing else, like no energy, no inspiration. I had nothing left. And I thought, well, if I've been doing the same thing over and over again and I'm getting the opposite result of what I want, maybe I should try the opposite result, doing the opposite thing, and I might get the result I want. And so I did, and it worked.
Because when people, and in general, coaches or entrepreneur, or when we feel that something is not working, we have the tendency to push harder and to work more, and then say to ourselves, oh, it's really not working because I pushed so hard and it's not happening, And we don't realize that the problem is not in pushing, it's not in doing more, it's not in overwhelming yourself, but actually it's just the opposite. When something is not working, we literally need to stop and to come in alignment with ourselves again and ask yourself, how can I do this in a different, more pleasant, more effective way?
Like 100%. And I think like it's when we get to that point where we feel like we're pushing and nothing's changing, I feel like this is my sort of experience, we then have to step back because we're getting signals and we're getting messages from the universe saying this is not how it's meant to go. You're not supposed to do it this way. This is too hard. Like, because life is not meant to be that hard. Like, yes, there's hard work involved, but there's supposed to be a flow to it. And so when we're getting those signals like you need to stop, this isn't working, the action is not then to just push through that. It's then to step back and go, what is it that what message am I not hearing here? How can this actually be easier for me? And like you said, our tendency is just to go push through it to try and make it happen.
Exactly. And when instead we stop, we find balance again, that most of the time this means to leave the computer there, stand up, go out, have a walk in nature, or going out for a nice dinner, to go to the beach or whatever a stop is for you. And then you realize that what is obsessing you whenever you rise your vibration, whenever you rise your level of energy, it's like, hey, that's the answer. That's the way I want to do it. And you become immediately so effective, so powerful, so full of joy in doing it.
Absolutely. And like a really key thing that I had to learn in sort of my own journey in this was to trust that it's going to work out. Because for me, I was like, unless I'm actually doing something, nothing's going to happen. And so learning to trust that if I do step back, things will still happen and I won't have to wait forever. It's just a different way of doing it. That was like a very hard step for me to take, was to just sit back and trust that, not like not take any action, but let it happen like how it's supposed to happen.
Yes, because there is this belief that if I'm not doing, I'm sitting there, wait for something to come from the sky. And no, it's not. We are not talking about this. If I stay there waiting for something to come from the sky, probably will never arrive. But if I keep pushing in the same direction and I have no result, nothing will arrive either. Because what I really need is to stop and allow myself to open my vision, to see things from different perspectives, to understand also what the situation is telling me, to listen to my feeling, my intuition, and my power, and then take an inspired action that is really leading me in the right direction. So the secret is really to do less to achieve more.
Yes. So tell me, in like your own experience, how, I mean, I know you and I are like completely different on some levels. Like, you know, I'm very do, and you're very, you know, feel, and, you know, just as you were saying, but you still get it done, and you're very good at accessing your own intuition and listening to that. So how do you then trust that that's going to happen? Do you sometimes, like, when something's not going how you want it to go, or it's not happening quick enough, do you find yourself getting into a way of thinking where you think, what must I do? Or is it easy for you to just sort of like go back into, I need to listen to?
Well, you know, simply the fact that my body doesn't allow me to push harder anymore. It's really that I have such strong signal that this is wrong, that I by now I know I need to stop, because if I get sick so fast that if I don't want to stop, my body is going to stop me anyway. So it's better me to stop before I'm getting sick. And I see the sign and say, okay, I got it. Let's better stop for a moment. Do something I like, because otherwise I need to stay 3 days in bed and I will not be able to do anything anyway. So, and having this sensitive body, and I really need to listen and take care of me, because whenever I'm not doing it, I already know what's going to happen, and we can learn to tune in with our body, because our body, as you very well know, has its own intelligence and is there for telling you to stop. You need to stand up, walk. You need to take a day off now, you know. And besides that, also our emotions. I understand that I need with my client, and I totally need all my energy, all my passion with them. I cannot be dry, or I cannot be not in total balance, because I will never serve them beautifully as I could if I'm not in that. I want really to give the best of myself. So it's mainly really like listening to my body, to my emotion, and love myself first. Take care of myself. be aware that I need to be emotionally, physically, and mentally in balance in order to be able to do my work and living also my life at the top level. That's exactly where I want to be.
Absolutely. And I think like when we push and we, try and make things happen, and we think that we can think our way to something, I feel like, and this, I experienced this, it was the more you push and the more you focus and the more frustrated you get, the less you hear like the signals or the signs from you, the less you hear that. And so it's like you're just driving through it all, and like red light, warning light, stop, and you're like, no, I know what I'm doing. And then you end up driving in the cliff.
And believe me, the reason I know this very well, and it's just because I push and I hurt myself so much. I mean, I can so easily enter in their energy where I say, I want this no matter what. I need to reach my goal, and I can be very goal oriented, but and you can behave like that, but it's not a really effective way to do anything. And you realize that after a while that you can really be much more effective. Just really stop pushing, allowing, listening, and it takes a while. And I hurt myself more than once. And at a certain point, I really got the message. I cannot keep doing this. To me, it's not working. It's not effective. It's hurting myself. Why should I keep doing this? And so, and that's what I teach to my clients now. It's really, there is another way to do things. There is another way when I take care of myself. I take care of rising my vibration every day, of tuning with my body and my emotion and with life. And then I take inspired action that absolutely bring me where I want to go. And listen to whatever there is outside there. It's a kind of osmotic. I listen and I'm learning, and it's really dancing, what I call it, dancing with the universe. It's not only me pushing, but it's me dancing with, and I love that vision, really. I love dancing. I love dancing. So the fact that I know that the universe is taking my hand, I still need to dance with the universe, but I know I'm not the only one,
Such a beautiful analogy.
And so, how could you translate this in a health or in a diary? In a diet, for example, for your client, how would you allow this? Especially when they tell you, I did everything, but it doesn't work with me. What would you tell them?
Well, sort of the first thing that I would, want to chat to them about is like, how long have you been trying this? Because, sometimes we feel like we try it for a week and it doesn't work. How long have you been trying it realistically? Should that have given you results? And if it should have given you results by now, there is an underlying reason. And so we need to really take a step back and look at what is happening in your life. And what I find, I would say 95% of the time, is it means that we actually need to be doing less than we're doing now. So it means we need to take a step back and find is it gives your body a chance to catch up. It gives it a chance to sort of like process the changes that you're trying to make. It'll help you like work out better because it's going, I can deal with this. You don't need to work out 5, 6, 7 times a week because your body doesn't need that, but also can't keep up with that. And it allows you to sort of process the dietary changes that you're making. And I think when you're looking at making health changes and you want to see a physical result, we tend to have a stranglehold around what we want. And so we just like push through it until we get there. And most of the time we do a lot more than we need to be doing. And we eat a lot less than we should be eating. And then our bodies just can't cope with that. And so we start to go into shutdown and our bodies are going, I don't want to play this game anymore.
Absolutely. And I totally understand.
And that is why
it doesn't want to play that game.
And exactly. And so a really, really easy way for you to know if your body is not responding is on you sit down. Like if you're not seeing results and you're doing the same thing over again, then you need to take a step back and look, what changes do I need to make? Can I do less? Does my body need less? Maybe it needs to do something a bit more gentle. Maybe I need to have more food, like, more veggie, whatever. But it's often, because I know that as a society, we want to do more. It's often taking a step back and just changing your focus, your direction. And the thing is, I think you and I had this conversation the other day, which sort of sparked this discussion, but it's not meant to be that hard. It really, really isn't. And so if it is that hard, then you're probably not doing it the way that your body needs it done.
Yeah, because where it's done, it makes that you are making too much effort, and this is not really what we want to do. It can be the body, but also your own life. We don't want to push in, and it's really like really we are here to listen and also to be gentle with ourselves. Sometimes we need to push and be harder because we are afraid that if we take it easier, we might lose ourselves. But we need to have the discipline to be gentle and constant and keep doing it within a gentle way, It makes no sense to cut sugar for 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, you're like, I'm going to eat all the sweets I can find around because, you need to prepare your body to do that and also to understand if this is okay for you, I guess. This is not.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And this is true for everything. Whenever you do a transition, in some area you can do it fast. Other area you need to take your time to transform things. And pushing is never the answer, really.
No. And I think you will receive feedback a lot quicker than you think you do. It's just a matter of tuning in and listening to that, whether it be a signal from your body, whether it be some kind of external sign or whatever it is, you will receive that feedback a lot quicker than most of us notice it. And so we just keep going and then we look back and go, oh yeah, I got that signal early on.
Most of the time, it's also a matter also being creative. So if I don't like doing things, that's for example this. I don't like doing Facebook Live by myself, and every time I have to think, I need to do it. Like I really want to talk about this, but I felt like it's not me, and so. Well, I find this way to talk with a friend of mine on the other side of the world, and I'm not feeling it all anymore. I'm loving this so much, and I
having so much fun.
It's fun, and I was able to do what I wanted to do in a better way that lights me up much more than forcing me to do something that is not me. I might be able to do that in the future, maybe yes, maybe no. Yeah. But still, I found a creative way to have so much fun and do what I wanted to do. So I guess even for you, sometimes people don't want to eat salad, but you can still find wonderful ways to eat vegetables in another form. So what would you do?
What I usually, talk about and, give advice about is it's about making small changes often. And so if you're someone who hates veggies, then don't try and force yourself to eat veggies because you're not going to be able to stick to it. You're not going to enjoy it, like with your Facebook Lives. And then you're not going to do it. So start with something that you do enjoy. Like if you really enjoy fruit, then add a piece of fruit into your diet every day. If you are addicted to Coke and you don't want to give up Coke, don't give it up. Just maybe drink one less can a day. not about completely overhauling your diet all in the same day. It's about making those small gradual changes, because what will happen with big long term, as opposed to trying to, like you said, quit sugar altogether. And
then you have
you're going to fall off the way.
And then you have headache, you're terrible, terrible temperament, and you bite everybody that comes along.
Exactly.
So
this has been so much fun, Elena.
It is, and remember just this, that there is always another way to do the same thing in a funny, enlightenment, vibrant way. So stop pushing and be creative. Find another way that will be even more effective, because you will be passionate about it. And do it. Stop forcing yourself. Love yourself.
And I think what you just said there is like a great way for us to sort of round this conversation off, because a conversation you and I had a couple of days ago sparked this discussion, and I was talking to you about how something wasn't working, and you told me just exactly what happened there. Do it in a way that you're going to enjoy it. Like, if you're not enjoying it, don't do it that way. And it sounds so obvious, but sometimes we think to ourselves that we have to do it the hard way. It has to be difficult to get the results we want. But it doesn't have to be that way, because if you're not getting the results...
No, and also believe me, whenever you do that in a passionate, playful, vibrant way, people will feel it. When you are forcing yourself, you're tense, and you're like me doing the Facebook, like you can see all the tense in my jaw here was like shrinking, and they say, okay, let's have fun with a friend. Let's talk about it as if it were a real conversation, and everything just flow, and I feel my power back again, because I feel on purpose. I feel I'm respecting myself and doing what I love. So let's have our power back. Find always the way to empower yourself, and then to empower others too.
And have fun.
Yes. It is possible. We were told for a long time, probably, that you need to be serious and do things seriously. I believe it's not really true. We can really have fun, be productive, use our creativity, use our love, and do it in totally different level of energy and existence.
Where it's so much fun, and we love it. And we're raising our vibration, we're inspiring others, and others are inspiring us, and we're just having a great time, like you and I.
Exactly. So whenever you feel yourself, it's too hard, you're pushing too hard, please remember to stop. Go for a walk, go out, take a breath, and reframe everything. Okay, how can I do it from a different perspective? How can I have fun? How can I invite in? And is it absolutely possible? It is necessary, and it is much healthier and much fun.
And I think, just to touch on there, when we are in that mindset of it's not working, and you keep focusing on it, changing your state has such a big impact. So, like you said, going for a walk around the block, or going for a swim, maybe having a shower, skipping for 5 minutes, changing that state will bring in new creative flow.
We need to keep in mind that we cannot solve a problem at the same level it was created, the same level of energy it was created. So if a problem was created this energy level, in order to solve it, I need to raise my vibration to be able to see it from above. Whenever I see it from from above, it's just so simple. It's there. If I'm at the same level, I keep putting myself in a loop and I will never find an answer, because I cannot find the answer there.
Absolutely, and that's such a good point.
So thank you very much for being with us today.
Yes, thank you. We've had so much fun.
And see you soon. Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, Elena. Ciao.
Ciao.